everyone. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about oils, and you might be feeling a little overwhelmed. Sometimes it's hard to know when you get started exactly where do I start. You know, it's something unfamiliar. You're looking for natural solutions to your problems, but maybe you have a lot of problems. Or maybe like me, you want to jump right in and then you get your oils and you're like, now what do I do with them? So I want to talk to you about a few things. First is resources. I am no expert. I am, not a chemist. I'm not an author. I'm not many things, but I do know that a few things. I want to start replacing some of the things that I put in, on, and around me with natural solutions. And so as I started that journey of exploring oils, specifically doTERRA oils is what I landed on for many reasons. But something that I bought that really truly has been my lifesaver and is my resource is a book called The Essentials Life. This is not a doTERRA book. It's a book that you can find on Amazon.com, but it's called The Essentials Life, and it's the 4th edition. It's a big, wonderful, beautiful book that has images. It tells you about each individual oil and how to use them, and it also identifies conditions. It breaks it down into skin conditions or, cardiovascular, nervous system. You can look up things like stress and find some remedies and some top solutions, and it tells you kind of what oils to start with. So this book for me has been a lifesaver. Beautiful and something fun, even has some recipes. Did you know you could cook with oils? So you can take it one step at a time, but what I love about this book, and why I highly suggest it, well, for many reasons, but something in the front, kind of hard to show you, but each one of those lines is an ailment, and it helps you. It's really my go-to book. So anytime anyone asks me about what do I do for this or what do I do for that, this is my go-to resource. So something on here right now, it's saying dry skin, if that's your ailment, and then it gives you the top oils of which ones to use. It also at the end tells you can go to the integumentary system on page 278, which is an entire section on skin. So what else it has in here? Everything from diaper rash to headache, hangover, grief, so much. So this is my go-to resource, and I highly recommend. It's about $30 on Amazon, but it's called The Essentials Life book, and it's the 4th edition. Great starting point for whenever you get your oils, or even if you want to just invest in this before your oils. I would highly recommend this book to anyone. Another thing I want to talk about today is how you use your oils. So there's 3 different ways that you can use oils. The first way is, we'll just use peppermint because it's my favorite and I'm always looking for an excuse to put more peppermint on. The first way you can use them is aromatically. How you would do that is you could just either breathe it right in from the bottle, but the more popular way would be to use what we call a diffuser. And this is something that actually you would put. This is a doTERRA one. If you get the Home Essentials kit, the diffuser's a little different, but essentially they all work the same. You take the top right off, you fill it with water, you would put 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, however many drops you want into the water solution, put the cap right back on, and then turn your on button. This specific diffuser, which is my absolute favorite, has options for 2 hours, 5 hours, and 10 hours. The 10-hour option is wonderful for people who might have trouble sleeping. The 10-hour option is a great option if you want to diffuse lavender overnight. It's an intermittent on-off, and so that way you can be inhaling and getting the aromatic benefit all throughout the night. Another way, if you don't have a diffuser, is you could just put 1 drop in your palms of your hands, and then you could just rub your palms together, cup it around your mouth, and breathe it in. You can do this for 60 seconds. You could do it for 2 minutes. I would recommend taking a little break after that, but that's the 3rd way that you can do it aromatically. The second way that you can apply oils is topically. so what does that mean? Topically, you can put it on your wrist is a common place to put it. You can put it kind of on some of your pulse points. The most widely known area of your body to put it on is actually the bottom of your feet. And do you know why that is? I never knew. But actually, the largest pores on your body are on the bottom of your feet. And so the absorption from the bottom of your feet is the quickest absorption. Another reason is because your skin is a little thicker there. And so if you're going to have any kind of reaction to these oils, it would be maybe a skin sensitivity. And so to put it on the bottom of your feet is a great place to try it out because your skin is not as sensitive there. Another way you could put them topically, let's use lavender for example. Lavender is a fantastic oil that has natural antihistamine characteristics. What that means is it's great for bug bites or itch. And so if I were to use lavender for that, I wouldn't put it on the bottom of my feet. I would just put a drop right on the bug bite. And that's how that would work topically. Melaleuca, it's tea tree oil, one that I use this topically every few days after my morning shower. I'll just put a few drops on my face. Fantastic antibacterial properties. So I use it as a preventative measure to kind of prevent any kind of skin flare-ups. The third way that you can use oils is internalize them internally, and that means you can drink them. So I would not recommend this for any other oil except for doTERRA oils. And even within the doTERRA oils, there are certain oils that you would not want to internalize. But let's use Digest then as an example. This is an oil that I internalize frequently for any of my digestive issues. So if I'm feeling an upset stomach coming on, I will just put 2 drops of the Digestin in water and I will drink it. Other ways that some oils you can put right underneath your tongue is another way that you can internalize them. Again, that's where this book comes in. It's a great resource to let you know and help you understand which ones are safe to internalize and which ones you shouldn't. Another thing I forgot when we're talking about topically, something that you would want when putting on topically, especially for anyone if you have sensitive skin or if you want to use oils on children or infants. Highly recommend this fractionated coconut oil. Some oils are what we call hot oils and they would need to be diluted. Or if they're not hot oils and you know that you have sensitive skin, you might need to dilute it. If you're going to put it on your kids, definitely dilute. And there's charts on the dilution ratio for that. But how you would dilute is you would just put some coconut oil and then really whatever you want. I'll pick lavender. And then you would just put 2 drops of lavender, whatever it is that you're looking to put on, rub it in, and then just kind of put it on your area of concern. And you could put it on that way. Coconut oil is fantastic for skin. And so another thing would be if you're looking to use these oils and kind of spread them on a larger area rather than just 2 drops on your feet. If you want the 2 drops to go a little further, you can do just what I did, which is a little bit of coconut oil and then the essential oil and then rub it on. So those are the 3 ways. Aromatically, breathing it in, topically, putting it on, and internally, which would be drinking it. So, where to go from here? We can talk about each oil individually, which I'll just do really quick. So frankincense, known as the king of all oils, fantastic for things like inflammation. I use this one every night for sleep. Great you could use it for like antidepressant. You can use it, it's really good, has rejuvenating effects. So I use it on my forehead wrinkles. So as a winning combo for me. The Digestin we talked about. The On Guard. On Guard is doTERRA's protective blend. And one of my very favorite scents. Smells like Christmas in a bottle. That's what it reminds me of. The fall, warm. It's its protective blend, so it has antibacterial, antiviral properties in it. Anytime you feel like you have a cold coming on, you can use this one in any of 3 ways. You can put it on, you can breathe it in, or you can internalize it. Fantastic for knocking out colds. And I would say even use it preventatively. I know people who put this on their kids every night. You know, kids just pick up colds everywhere. So you could put this on the bottom of their feet, if diluted, every night to prevent colds. So this is one that I diffuse frequently, and I also use it topically. Lemon, another fantastic oil. I drink this, so I truly believe in the benefits of lemon and the detoxifying effects that it has, the cleansing effects on the liver. So I drink this few drops in water every morning. Breathe is their respiratory blend. Fantastic for any kind of respiratory issues. You can just kind of rub it right on your chest. It really kind of helps open up your breathing. I used it all spring and probably will use it in the fall too, for seasonal allergies. You can diffuse this in the air for kind of a crisp, fresh feel. Melaleuca, which is tea tree, we already talked about it, also fantastic antibacterial properties. I put this in some of my DIY cleaner options for just my household cleaners. I use it on my skin preventatively a few times a week, and then if a zit does pop up, I use it, you know, kind of spot treat it. I also use it, I also diffuse it to kind of clean the air. Peppermint, one of my favorite, all-time favorite oils. This is my go-to. This is my best bud within the oils. I use this anytime that I diffuse this in the mornings. I diffuse this and wild orange, the combination, with my morning coffee. I'll just put a few drops in the diffuser, and the combination is fantastic. It really energizes, it uplifts, it really gets me kind of that boost, that morning boost that I need. And then I return to it in the afternoon. Another thing that you can use peppermint for, great for occasional upset stomach, great for nausea, great for headaches and tension. If I feel a headache coming on, I'll just take a drop of it and swipe it right across my forehead. I'll give myself my temples, a little rub on my temples. And then I'll take another drop of it and I'll just give myself kind of a neck and shoulder massage. Fantastic for the tension. It gives a real warming effect. It does, it's kind of a combination. It warms and it cools. So, an awesome oil that you would want to have in your collection. Lavender, use it every night. It smells like you would want it, exactly like you would want it to smell. Great to be diffused, great for anxiety, good for bug bites, and so much more. So, I think there's only one other oil that I'm missing from the Home Essential Kit, and that's the oregano. So I'll leave that one out. But the other one is the Deep Blue. I don't have the oil with me right now, but I do have the rub. Works the same way, and it is fantastic on sore muscles or any kind of your aches and pains. Deep Blue is the way to go. So there's a quick introduction to some of the top oils and my top resource that I highly recommend, and how to use them. So I really would love to partner with you in this oil journey. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'm excited as you enter this new world of searching for natural solutions.